JM.
My name is Jack. My name is Jay.
And my name is Jamie.
And welcome to It's Time Financial House. So, are you ready?
Invest in the stock market so that you'll become rich.
I know it's unconventional, it's not traditional, but it works. Plan, build, secure.
I'm JJ.
I'm JM.
I'm Jack. I'm Jake.
And I'm Jamie.
And welcome to It's Time WoW!
Wisdom on Wednesdays.
Your weekly dose of wisdom.
So every Wednesday, we will invite wisdom-filled individuals that will share with us their expertise, competence, and experience that will help us gain more success, knowledge, and wisdom.
And we'll have these episodes ready and available on our YouTube channel for your future reference.
So get your fill of wisdom every Wednesday.
It's time!
There's a secret to success. Everybody hopes to find. There's a key to the world, and it's mine, all mine. There's a world of opportunity filled with possibility and dreams that I'm gonna find. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes to success. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes to success. I've got a blueprint for the future, brand new design. I'm playing at the money game, winning all the time. There's a world of opportunity filled with possibility and dreams that I'm going to find. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes, oh, I say yes to success.
Begin with the prayer in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Lord, thank you for gathering us today to learn more, and we pray that you're just going to continue to guide us and bless us, that we will be able to learn a lot and then use it to improve our lives. All of this we pray to Christ our Lord.
Amen.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm JJ.
I'm JM.
I'm Jack. I'm Jay.
And I'm Jamie.
And welcome to It's Time WoW!
Wisdom on Wednesdays.
Your weekly dose of wisdom.
So for this month of April, we have a special guest who will teach us the proven techniques to succeed in our fields. This is going to be a series of talks. It'll be an exciting journey for all of us to grow and become more successful. For today's episode, Coach Raghu will teach us the 3 pillars of success, the secrets to achieving your big dreams. Ready to find out? So, without further ado, let us begin with a new episode of Wisdom on Wednesdays.
Our guest speakers are financial advisors MDRT, COT, TOT, expert high-performance coach and consultant. He has an MBA from the Southern Illinois University, Carbondale, USA, an author of international best-selling book, Uplifting Performance, Who Moved My Customers, Creating Customers for Life, and Top Advisors ebook. He's the creator of the world's #1 show for financial advisors, Raghu Reddy Show, and has interviewed, featured, and promoted over 100 financial advisors. He is a Singapore permanent resident, and he also specializes in helping financial advisors to sign on 15, 20, 30, or more consistent high-quality clients like clockwork every single month through a predictable 5-step proven 10x CAAS system, and help advisors to reach MDRT, COT, TOT quickly with minimal work and time investment. He also helps managers to recruit 15, 20, 30 or more high-caliber individuals consistently every single month through a proven 3-step recruitment AIR system and help advisors to become top performers.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Coach Raghu Reddy!
Good afternoon once again. Welcome to our second week with our coach from Singapore, Mr. Raghu Reddy, who will be talking about 3 pillars of success. Hi, Coach Raghu, how are you?
Hi, Joey. I'm fantastic. How are you guys doing there?
We're also great. Thanks again for doing this with us. So today you'll be talking about
The 3 pillars of success of top financial advisors, the secret to achieving your big dreams. That's what I'm going to be talking about.
everyone is actually excited to do that. Even my team is excited to listen to you. So let's get on with it.
Well, fantastic. Let's get going. There are 3 pillars of success to becoming a top financial advisors. That is the secret to achieving your big dreams. So the very first pillar is to have extreme clarity. Extreme clarity. Because extreme clarity is what gives us extreme results. You don't want to be like every other financial advisor, right? You want to really differentiate yourself in the marketplace and differentiate yourself from your competition. So for that, having extreme clarity of what you want to specialize in. Like your potential client is also looking for a specialist, as somebody who is specialized in a particular area. Let's take this analogy, like if you have a knee injury, who do you go to? Do you go to a GP, a general practitioner, or do you go to a orthopedic surgeon? Well, we go to a specialist, right? An orthopedic surgeon. So your potential client too is checking you out on social media and everywhere. So it's important to position yourself as an expert. But for that, you need to gain that level of expertise. So in order to have that expertise, the most important is, of course, the very first step is to zero down on really who do you want to serve. What's the category of people or that particular individual that you want to serve? Like if we do not zero down on who we want to serve, what we are actually doing is we are spreading ourselves very thin. Whereas on the other hand, in business, what we really need to do is to narrow down on who we want to serve, because we cannot be serving everyone in the marketplace, right? If we are trying to serve everyone, then basically we are serving nobody. So it's important to serve a specific group of people and solve a specific type of problem or a couple of problems that that specific individual may have in their life. And what sort of solutions are you going to provide, and how are we going to really serve the client? So what financial solution or products are we going to use? So that's the level of clarity we must have so that we gain mastery in that particular solution or that particular products that we want to offer in the market. So if we do that, we'll be able to attract the right kind of clients for our business. So first things first, how do we get clear and have extreme clarity of who we want to serve? If we want to attract clients to our business in a consistent manner, then it's important for us to specialize in certain areas of financial advising. But yes, as we get started out, like maybe new financial advisors, that's going to be a bit of a challenge. But then it's important to just start out by narrowing down on really who you want to serve and just mastering a couple of solutions at the initial phase and then to add on later on. So how do we zero down on who we really want to serve? So here are a couple of ways that we can look at. If you've already been in the industry for some time, you already have a client list, right? So what we do is we take the client list, and the client list will give us who we are serving, the name. At least we have the name, we have how much production we're getting from them. We also have to what category they belong to. Are they working professional, or do they belong to the business owners category, or who are they actually? What sort of field they are in. So that's the most important data that we must have, and then we can do a sort based on the highest income to the lowest income. And from there we can see that the top 20% that has given us 80% of the income, who are they? So that is one way of looking at it and narrowing down on who we really want to serve. Now, the second way of looking at it is from this perspective of what's your level of expertise. Like the expertise required to serve a working professional, it's going to be different from the expertise that you require to serve a business owner. Because a business owner, when you want to serve a business owner, it's a little bit more complicated, and you need that level of expertise to serve a business owner. So it's important to look at from the sort of expertise that you have. The third way of looking at it is of who do you have affinity to, who are you connected well with, and who do you love to work with. If you have been in the industry, and if you have already maybe you were a working professional before, so your connections were mostly with working professionals, so that could be affinity market. Or maybe you were a business owner, well, that could be, and you have more business connections, business owner connections, and that could be the route that you want to take. Like if you are a new financial advisor coming into the field, then you just select any one category based on who you have easy access to and who you're connected with easily. And that could be the market that you can go after. And then the next part of the puzzle is, what problem do you want to solve? Now, there are many areas that you could take care, right? But you want to specialize in a few of these areas, not everything. So start out with specializing and becoming a master in a couple of financial solutions that you can give. It's important to master your financial solution that you want to be well known for in the marketplace. So if you become well known in the marketplace for a particular type of solution, then you can easily attract clients consistently. Like for example, let's again come back to a doctor, a specialist doctor, say for example an orthopedic surgeon. Does the orthopedic surgeon go in search of the clients? No, the clients go in search of the orthopedic surgeon. Now that's exactly my point. So when we specialize and when we position ourselves as a specialist in that particular domain, then we can easily attract the right clients for our business. Now the second clarity that we must have is clarity about our numbers. Like most of the financial advisors, they do know the numbers, like what does it take to get to MDRT, COT or TOT, but what they fail to understand, and the biggest mistake that most financial advisors make, is to reverse engineer those numbers, to zero it down to a daily activity or a daily objective. Now what does it take? Like how many appointments do you require every single day so that there's no questions asked and there's nobody that's going to stop you to reach MDRT, COT or TOT? So what's the number? Like when I ask financial advisors, okay, how many clients do you want every single day? Like how many cases do you want to close, or how many appointments do you want to have every single day to reach MDRT, COT or TOT? Well, they keep fumbling, right? And it's not on top of their mind. Now that's the clarity that everyone should get of exactly how many appointments do we want specifically every single day. And once we get that clear, then nobody can stop you from reaching MDRT, COT or TOT. Because once we have the clarity of numbers, then all we need to do is do certain activities that will give us those numbers. And that's it. That's all it takes. But most financial advisors do not have extreme clarity over the numbers, and especially not only just having the clarity of how many appointments is required or how many sales you're going to do in a week or in a month, but it's important to have extreme clarity about the rolling numbers every single week and every single month. So it's important to track the progress Like how many appointments do we have, and how many, really turned up for the appointment, and how many presentations did we do, and then how many cases did we close, and what was the size of the case that we closed. So these numbers have to be tracked in detail every single day. So when we track these numbers, what happens is we'll have great clarity as to which area we need to, actually improve. And it will also give us an opportunity when we track to take corrective action wherever necessary, and so that we do not have to wait till the end of the month only to find that, oh my God, we missed the boat. We didn't, have this many cases closed. So progress tracking is one of the most important, so that we can have extreme clarity as to the numbers, because remember that this is still a numbers game. Having extreme clarity of who you want to serve, and what problem you want to solve, or what want you want to fulfill for that specific individual or category of people that you want to serve, and what financial solutions that you want to master. That's the extreme clarity that's required as step number one. Step number two is, of course, to have extreme clarity about the numbers and track the numbers, because if we can track the numbers, then we can have control over them, because we can improve them. So that's the very first pillar. The very first pillar is to have extreme clarity. So now the second pillar of success that can help you to achieve your big dreams is confidence. That's right, confidence. Now, we can have confidence in whatever we are doing only by, first step, of course, is to believe in ourselves and believe in the financial solutions and believe in the products that we are offering in the marketplace. But once you have that belief, the next most important thing to have extreme confidence is to have the right skills. Because remember that only when you have competence, high competence, do you have high confidence. Only when you have high competence, you will have high confidence. So the only way to increase the confidence is to increase or enhance your skill set. Now, for example, when you wanted to start driving, well, you have absolutely no confidence, right? Because you do not know how everything works and you do not know how to navigate the car. So you fumble, right? That's fine. But as you start navigating, as you start using all the components and synchronizing everything, like the accelerator, the brake, the clutch, how do you change the gas if it's not an automatic car? Of course, when you start your initial driving, you do take lessons, right? So which means you need a coach who can train you, who can hold your hand and show you exactly how all these components work, unless you start driving a little bit and you fumble in the beginning, and then you drive, and then after a couple of days you become better and better, and after a couple of months then you become much better. And as you drive, as you learn the skill, then your confidence goes up as you go month by month. Now after maybe a year or two, do you even think when you're driving? You don't even think, right? Like, your confidence is supreme because you have learned the skill. You have learned the skill of driving, and you don't even have to think about how each of these components work. You just drive. So it's important to gain mastery over certain skills. For example, it's important to gain mastery over prospecting, because that's the very life breath. And you must have extreme confidence that, yes, I can secure 3 appointments or 5 appointments every single day. So that's the level of confidence that you must build. But for that to happen, to build that confidence, the most important thing required is competence. That's your skills. There are 4 levels of mastery to gain extreme confidence. Now, the very first level, of course, is you do not know what you do not know. That's unconscious incompetence. Like, we are unconscious, we are not even competent, and we have no awareness whatsoever of how everything works. But then once we get the awareness, then we move to the next step. That is when we know it, but we still do not have the skills. That's being conscious. You're conscious, but you're still incompetent. You still don't have the skills. But here is where you gain the knowledge, like we have the coachings, we have the trainings, and you have the mentorship. So you gain the knowledge of the products, you gain the knowledge of the financial solutions, and we gain the knowledge of marketing, which is the biggest missing link in the entire business process for most financial advisors. So that is the most important, to gain the knowledge of marketing and sales. So once we have the knowledge, that's when we get into the field and do the work. So implementation is everything. When we take action, we get results. Most of the financial advisors, what happens is 97% of them, they operate in a comfort zone and like I know it attitude. Yeah, I know this. When we say I know it and do not implement the strategy, tool or technique, that's when we mess up. We don't get the results. In fact, 92% of financial advisors fail within the first 3 years because they never master, they never get to mastery. They try a few things, few strategies, and then if it doesn't work, then they jump to some other training, they try a few more, and then they still fail, and then they jump to another training, they try a few, and then they fail, and then they quit. So it's very important to learn the right skills, the right strategies, tools and techniques that we can leverage to rapidly grow our business. So once we have the knowledge, then the next step is to implement it, because knowing is not doing. That's where 97% of the people get stuck. Knowing is not doing. Yeah, I know it, but have you done anything with it? You see, common sense is not common practice. So my challenge to you is, can you make it common practice? Because that's what's going to give you the results. So when we implement, we are not only now conscious, but we become competent as well. So we move from incompetence to competence, where we gain some level of skill. And then once we start implementing and start getting initial results, as we keep practicing our skills, what happens is we move to the next step. That is where it will become second nature to us, where that skill will become second nature to us. That is what we call as unconscious competence. So it's unconscious, like you don't think about driving anymore, right? After a couple of years, that's unconscious, but you're competent. That is like an autopilot mode. Like the plane flies on autopilot, that's exactly what happens. So you'll be able to cruise using autopilot. So that's unconscious competence. You don't even have to think. You wake up, you just do it. Why is confidence so important? Because when we want to close a sale, that's the most important thing. Your confidence is what is going to close the sale. So once we have gained mastery and we have gained the skills to a certain level, mastered certain levels of skill set, that's when we'll have extreme confidence. So that is the second pillar that will help you to achieve your big dreams. The third pillar of success for financial advisors is commitment. Yes, that's right, commitment. Now, how committed are you to reach MDRT, COT or TOT? What's your level of commitment? On a 0 to 10 scale, what's your level of commitment? Well, for most financial advisors, they would say, yes, I'm at a level 10, but actually they are not at a level 10. Why? Because they are not emotionally attached to the outcome that they want to achieve. Only when we are emotionally charged up with the outcome and the goals that we want to achieve can we have that extreme commitment. Because commitment means not just taking action once or twice and then giving up. Commitment means to take massive action in a consistent manner. That is what commitment means. Commitment means making a difference in your client's life, and that should be the intention. That's the commitment that's necessary for you to thrive as a financial advisor. That is the very first thing. Be committed to really help, and not just committed to go and close a sale and achieve your financial targets. Now that's the last thing. The highest order of commitment is to really see how you can help your potential client to look at their life and look at the risks in their life, and to see how you can really help your client to mitigate those risks in their life by providing, not only just customizing the solution, but by giving the right product to protect their financial future. So here's what happens. Like most of the financial advisors, they have the strategy, they have been trained with the products, product knowledge, they have knowledge of solutions that they can provide to their clients, and they take action using the strategy. And when we take action and when we don't get the required result, when we don't achieve our desired outcome, then after 1 or 2 attempts, we give up. What we need to remember here is this, that only those who persist and persevere are the ones that's going to win. Because as the going gets tough, and the going will get tough, it's not an easy path. Financial advising is not an easy path. You will face a lot of rejections. And you should develop the thick skin to overcome those rejections and just keep moving forward with your mission, with your emotional attachment to the outcome and your mission to serve and to make a difference in your client's life. Keep moving forward. No matter what barrier you face, you should be able to break through the barrier using your emotional attachment and your driving force, which is your why. Like, why do you do what you do? Your why becomes the driving force. I've done over more than 100 interviews of financial advisors on the world's #1 show called the Raghu Reddy show. So when I ask this question, like, what's your driving force? What keeps you going forward? What makes you to break through the barrier? And most of the financial advisors, of course, rightly, they point out that my driving force is my family. Of course, it's the family. There's no doubt about that. For every one of us, it's a family. But the family it's a given. And most of the time we take it for granted. So family alone is not enough. So we need to have much more stronger driving forces that will create the desire in us, that will create the hunger, that will create the passion in us to keep moving forward, to keep taking action. No matter what barrier we face on our path, we should be able to break through. And the only way to break through those barriers, those rejections, and all the struggle that we need to go through, you'll be able to go through easily, is only by having a strong emotional attachment and strong why. Only when we take consistent massive action can we get massive results. Commitment should be to gain excellence. Excellence is what we need to aim for. So what do I mean by excellence? See, excellence it's just not a skill, it's a habit. And habits is what drives our success. We human beings are creatures of habits. The question is, in order to have extreme commitment to what we do, and so that we can take consistent massive action, so it should become a habit. Now, the only way to cultivate habit is to have certain routines that we have designed so that we use these routines every single day. And they must be empowering routines that will lead to empowering habits, so that we can take consistent massive action every single time. No matter what barrier we face, we can break through that barrier and keep moving forward till we achieve the outcome. And the other thing, of course, is we need to aim for excellence. Now, excellence, on the other hand, it's also to have standards. So we need to live by standards, and not just by setting a goal or trying to achieve the goal, because we may or may not achieve goals. Most of the time we fail to achieve the goals, but we will never fail to achieve our standards. If we set the standard and then we go about having the routines that can maintain that standard, then we can definitely reach the standard. Like, for example, an athlete has a particular standard, a particular stamina they must have. So there are certain standards that they need to meet for an athlete, right? So they design certain routines. Every single day they follow that routine so that they can maintain that stamina, and they can maintain that muscle tone, and they can maintain that strength and that grit so that they can perform well. That is what leads to high performance, and that's how they are able to have the high levels of standards that they meet every single time. And the same thing we too can follow. As long as we have those standards, whether you want to reach MDRT, COT or TOT, fix your standards of who you want to become and what you want to do and how you want to serve your clients. As long as you meet those standards, that's excellence. And these are the three pillars. The pillar number 1 is to have extreme clarity. Pillar number 2 is to have extreme confidence. Pillar number 3 is to have extreme commitment. These are the secret pillars that will help you to achieve your biggest dream. So in order to help financial advisors in the community, this coming Saturday, I have a free boot camp that's happening inside the private community of financial advisors called Rapid Growth and Sales for Financial Advisors. Now, this is a free boot camp. This is one of the world's best training that I have ever put together for financial advisors. So, you don't want to miss this boot camp because this is free for the members inside the group, and it's going to be Facebook Live inside the group, Rapid Growth and Sales for Financial Advisors. It's a free training. It's a free boot camp for the members inside Rapid Growth and Sales for Financial Advisors. So all you need to do is to go and join the group. And the second thing that I wanted to convey to you is that I specialize in helping financial advisors to sign on high quality clients, like 20-30 high quality clients every single month in a consistent manner by implementing predictable systems inside their business, and help financial advisors reach MDRT, COT or TOT fast with minimal work and time investment. And also I help unit managers, sales managers and branch managers in recruitment, where I specialize in helping managers to recruit 20 to 30 high caliber individuals consistently every single month so that you can get consistent high performers. So you don't have to wait for 3 months or 6 months to find out whether they're going to perform or not. Through my system, you will know now whether they're going to perform or not, and I help you to recruit 20 to 30 of them by implementing the predictable systems inside your business.
Thank you once again for everything that you have taught us, Coach Raghu. Would you like to say your parting message for our audience?
I look forward to seeing you on the Saturday in the live boot camp inside the private Facebook group, Rapid Growth and Sales for Financial Advisors. Your next bold move. I will see you there. And with that, this is Raghu Reddy here, in the moment, for the moment, to your greatest success. So go out there every single day, live with passion, lead with enthusiasm, and keep making a difference. I'll see you in the boot camp.
I'm JJ.
I'm JM.
I'm Jock. I'm Jake.
And I'm Jamie.
And welcome to It's Time WoW!
Wisdom on Wednesdays.
Your weekly dose of wisdom.
So every Wednesday, we will invite wisdom-filled individuals that will share with us their expertise, competence, and experience that will help us gain more success, knowledge, and wisdom.
And we'll have these episodes ready and available on our YouTube channel for your future reference.
So get your fill of wisdom every Wednesday.
It's time!